that.
All right, Cam, is there anything to Stefon Diggs with pink cocaine on a boat? And here's my deal. I was kind of ignoring this. I mean,
Hmm.
I love to talk about all that crap, but it really came on my radar when I saw that the World News on NBC, Lester Holt, they did a story on it last night, and they showed Mike Vrabel, who had to comment on it, which I'm sure he's excited about doing prior to his first year as head coach. What do you make of that?
Honestly, I like the first 5 times I watched it, I didn't even notice
I didn't
what
either.
it was. I mean, like, let's be adults here. Clearly, that's not pixie sticks, right? Like,
No.
this is definitely handing out drugs, whether it's pink cocaine or whatever. Like, it's definitely that. And it's kind of, I was kind of in this in between. I talked about it a little bit on my show yesterday. I was kind of in this in between where it's one of those where, like, you'd be a fool to think that a lot of these multi-millionaire professional athletes aren't doing some kind of recreational drugs
For sure.
in their off season, right? Like, this is OTA season. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's not the most desirable thing, but it's not PEDs. So, but the thing that's so stupid, way more stupid than handing pink cocaine to these scantily clad women on a boat, is the fact that one of them has a friggin' phone out and is recording it. Like, Stefon Diggs has been a star for almost 10 years now. Like, that's ridiculous. How do you let that happen? And yeah, it's a bad look, specifically for a first-year coach at Mike Vrabel, who comes in and was like, all right, for lack of a better term, drain the swamp here in Foxborough, right? Like,
Yeah.
enough of the crap. Like, we're gonna be professionals. We're gonna have accountability. Like, we're gonna check all that other crap at the door, kind of the way Belichick did for forever, until apparently his last year. But it's not a great sign for the culture of it. And Diggs was apparently in Foxborough last week and was not in OTAs this week. And the rumor is now that Vrabel told him, stay away for this week. So not great, especially for a guy in Diggs who's what, 31, 30,
Yeah.
on the wrong side of 30. He's coming off a major injury. This is the last real money contract he's going to get. Last chance to, like, really be a number one receiver. And this is the first thing that happened.
The optics aren't great, right? The whole like dating a superstar on a boat with women who aren't that superstar, but apparently she is there too, and the drugs. Yeah, like
Making them call him daddy.
it's a young man living
much,
fast, which I
much like
can't.
Pete does in the studio every day, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's a young man living pretty fast, which, by the way, like you said, is not out of the ordinary for someone with that
Yeah.
much money and fame at such a young age. I can't imagine what I would have been like. So, we're not passing judgment, but as a Patriots guy, it's not great for business.
No.
If you're Mike Vrabel, you're kind of like, WTF, come on, man.
Yeah, especially, again, like, here's a guy that comes in and needs to preach about culture and changing it because they need it. They need it. Not
Yeah.
needed. They still need it. And here was, like, your big offensive free agent splash was getting big money for Stefon Diggs. One last chance, really. Be the young quarterback's number one receiver. It's funny, the Patriots leaked out after they didn't get T. Higgins. They leaked out something that said, like, they didn't want a receiver who's too demanding of Drake May. They want Drake May's development to continue going. They don't want a receiver who's too demanding. And you and I both know pretty well, like, there's no such thing as a good receiver that's not demanding.
That's why they're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't get T. Higgins because of that. But here is Stefon Diggs, who, let's be honest, the last couple of stops he's been at, they haven't been so sad to see him leave town. He comes in and is passing out pink cocaine in his first memorable act as a Patriot. Like, oh, good thing he's not demanding the football, though. That would suck for Drake May. Like, it's just, it writes itself, man.
All right, I got you for a finite amount of time, so
Yes.
I want to get to Baylor.